Hello YouTube, today I'm going to show you a rather beautiful scenery, airport scenery, and also a plugin. It's called, some of you probably have heard of it. I've turned off the sound, that's why there's no engine sounds. You've probably heard of it because, and there are a few YouTube videos showcasing this plugin. It's called the Autogate. It features a moving jetway and a person, or sometimes depends on the scenery maker. It can be either a person waving or it can be a display that tells you when to stop. So sometimes, for more high technology, you get those displays. But for now, at this airport, it's a person. So let's take a look at the scenery first. Yeah, it's pretty nice. If you go to an area view, you can see that, ignore the fact that the scenery doesn't, like the LA scenery doesn't really go with the airport. The airport does look pretty realistic. I also really like the fact that taxiways do genuinely look like real taxiways. What the? Oh, it's plane landing. Doesn't matter. So, yeah, there are. So we can. Let's just watch this plane. As you can see, the runways. Let's take a look at the runways. The runways look pretty good. From a distance, they don't look too good because of the weird resolution. But when you get up close, when you're on final approach or touchdown, it looks pretty real. Now this aircraft has done a horrible job landing. AI aircraft stupidity. Anyways, yeah, the taxiways, you can see those black lines, like those really obvious black lines that are outlining the yellow taxiways, unlike the default X-plane ones, which doesn't. So yeah, as we see this, also this airport has beautiful, well, does look pretty low texture, low resolution, but from an aerial view, the textures, like the ground textures, do look really good. Now this aircraft is crazy, and you can see these taxiway markings, the stop areas, so runway hold and ground signs, they all look pretty high definition. This A330 is pissing me off, and yeah, everything looks pretty good. No idea what happened to these two aircrafts. But yeah, it looks, for a freeware scenery, it looks pretty good. Also, it has ground moving vehicles. You can see it doesn't have a driver. I think this uses X-plane's default objects. So Open Scenery X is not required for this scenery. For me, I have trouble installing Open Scenery X, so that's amazing. That this one doesn't actually require it. Yeah, it has, and it's actually pretty good, considering the fact that they use Open Scenery X. The airport does actually look like the airport. This airport is populated with a ton, like I mean it, a lot of static aircraft. You can see here in this terminal, there's a lot of Southwest 737s. There is a US Airways loaner here. I have to say that because like this terminal is populated with Southwest. And we got Air Canada here. You've got my Delta here. My Delta 767. And yeah, these signs, these like numbers 22, 38, the gate numbers, are really clearly marked. And anyways, let's get to the plugin. Bear with me, I'm gonna reverse thrust out of this. I have a pushback plugin, but can't be bothered. So I'm gonna simulate that we just landed and we're coming in for like we're parking now. This is the worst pushback ever. I'm really bad at pushing back. And yeah, this is definitely an overspeed. Doesn't matter, we're just simulating it. So this time, yeah, now we're not talking about the scenery, we're talking about the Autogate. So first, for the Autogate, you have to have a copy of Autogate in your plugins. That's not the only thing. And the second thing is that you have to get lucky that the scenery developer or the scenery maker, creator, whatever, the designer, also has Autogate, because it's the scenery designer who installs this Autogate gate here. So this moving jetway here. It's the creator's decision. If he has it, so it's a bit like playing multiplayer and both of you have to have the same mods to see the same thing, to play with each other. So I have to have a copy of Autogate, and the developer also needs one. So yeah, let's go in. This person here, this nice person here, is actually gonna move his hands and wave. So let's go to a 3D front cockpit view that actually looks good, and let's do it. I'm gonna turn the sounds on. Sorry if it's a bit noisy. I decided to turn the sound on. Maybe I should turn it down slightly. Yeah. I think I have reverse on. Okay. Brakes off. I'm just gonna simulate, yeah. We are going in to the gate right now. I'm gonna get a good camera angle, or at least a camera angle that isn't too bad. This is a decent one. So you can see right here, I am simulating that I have just arrived turning into the gate. I am really bad at this, like turning into the gate, because I usually overshoot it or undershoot it. Most of the time I undershoot it, but at times I do overshoot it, and I hardly get it perfect. So right now I've already undershoot it, so I'm gonna compensate by overshooting. Yeah, as you can see, this person, slow down, waves his hand, telling me like which direction to go. Time to stop. I'm gonna slow down. As soon as you see cross, brakes, and then cut your engine. I've done it wrong. I was an idiot. I've done it wrong. If you look, okay, I'm gonna show you what happens. If you overshoot for some reason, so because I was really bad, I didn't brake on time, I overshot, and this guy's arm disappeared. If his arm disappears, that's a bad sign. That means the moving jetway is not gonna go to your aircraft. And also, beforehand, just saying, this moving jetway actually has a bit of errors. Like, depending on what aircraft you're using. I find it perfect on the 747 because it's my fault. I did a overshoot, and this plugin goes like, yep, you've overshot, I'm not giving you the jetway. So that's slightly irritating, but I'm just gonna reset and do it again. So terminal to gate 22. Bear with me. I'm gonna turn the sound off because this part's really noisy. Parking brake off. So yeah, I'm gonna re-simulate what I did just now. Okay, now my parking brake is off. So yeah, that's what happens when you overshoot. I don't know why, but it's funny that his arms actually disappear. Oh look, he thinks I'm trying to. Actually, you know what? Screw this. I'm doing it now. Brakes, brakes. Hang on, brakes. Reverse thrust off. So yeah, again, the ground textures look really real. It looks old. It looks like it's been used. Brakes off. Let's go and approach again. So this time, I'll approach slightly slower, probably in walking speed. Last time I approached too quickly, so I can't show you the amazing moving jetway. But then, yeah. So I'm going to slow down. I don't want to overshoot again. My head shake's doing its job. Alright, so at this point, when his arms start to do that, you know that you want to slow down. As soon as it hits each other, you want to hit the brakes now. So like that, if it stops and his arm does not disappear, as you can see now, I'm going to turn the sound back on. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. Whoops. Yeah, his arms didn't disappear. It's still here. It's on a cross. So, I'm going to turn the sound back on. So now, my engine is still on. So, if the engine is on, no one would deploy the jetway. So, to get it deployed, shut your engine off. After that happens, see? The magic happens. Fortunately, unfortunately, this aircraft is not quite at the right height. For my testing, the 747 works best in terms of height. But then, you know, this still adds a bit of realism. My favorite part is this person that he moves his arms, and also I really like the moving jetway. So now the moving jetway has came to my aircraft. I could do my checklist on shutdown. I'm not familiar with this aircraft. Do my checklist on shutdown and sorry. I'm so sorry. And then the passengers can, you know, get off the aircraft. This plugin is really cool. This plugin is free as well as the scenery. It doesn't take too long. The scenery takes some time to download, but then, yeah, the plugin, the Autogate plugin, doesn't take too long to install. And also, it doesn't work on, just saying, it doesn't work on all sceneries. I've said that before. Anyways, thank you for watching. I will try my best to get links for both plugins. I'm not sure if I have the link for the scenery. Scenery is phenomenal, but not sure if I have it. I'll try my very best to find it. To find the link for this scenery. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you guys would get the scenery if you guys found it amazing, and also get that amazing plugin as well. It was really well made. The animations are slightly weird, and for some reason, if you zoom in, this happens. But you know, it's really cool. It adds a lot of realism. So, you know, thank you and see you next time. Cheers.